Okay, I have the lights off of here, and I've went ahead and I've marked where I need to cut out, and I'll go over the details on that. But that gives you an overview of where it needs to be cut. So I'm going to set my phone down and make this video. So I'll do it right side up, hopefully. This right here is the top part of the bracket. You're going to follow the crease right there, the very last crease, all the way across the top, and then from right about here or here, you're going to want about a 1/2 inch out for the apex. And I used a rim that was in 5 inches diameter to make that right there, and 1/2 inch from here, 1/2 inch from here, and that's roughly about a 1/2 inch. So you want to go ahead and cut that out, and then as soon as you get over to here, it's not important that you know, follow that. You could cut it straight down if you wanted to and be just fine, but I just cut that out so that there's not that, you know, weird piece right there, so it's just a little bit cleaner. And then over here, right about here is roughly about a 1/2 inch too. You're going to be in front of that peg, and right here you've got that peg and you've got that crease right there. You're going to want to follow from that crease to the outside of that peg, or actually what would be the inside. This is the grill side right here, so it would be the inside of that peg. You're going to draw a line from there to there, about a 1/2 inch out. You could probably go 3/8 if you wanted to. And then I use the same 5 inch in diameter rim to go from that point to this point. And right here is something that you've got to be very careful with. You've got to follow that crease down, that crease right there, and then up inside there, and about halfway down this piece I just angled it down right there so that I'm closer to 3/4, and then that's where that diameter meets up. What you have to be careful with is this flat surface right here. You need as much of that as possible, so when you cut this, don't cut into here. Don't just think you're gonna, you know, bypass that and cut down, because that surface right there is what we're gonna need to mount these other headlights with the bracket that I've made. So the more, if you could take a blade, the blade I'm gonna use, I'm just gonna lay almost flat on here and just go that way into it. So don't eat away that part of the wall right there. Try to get in the corner the best you can, and what we want is we want to be able to put a flat bracket on there and have it so that that little hump isn't in the way. So yeah, go ahead and cut all this out. And one last thing, this right here, that's where the marker light sits. That right there is the adjustment for the top outside of the headlight. We're going to need that hole, and take a 3/16 drill bit and just hone it out and make sure that it's smooth, because we're going to use a number 10 bolt, or an eyelet bolt, to put in there. And you want it to be able to kind of like flow in there nicely without having to grab or whatever, otherwise you're going to be fighting this the whole way. So I'm going to get these cut, and then I'll start the video again.